Everyone having a good Saturday afternoon? Welcome. This is a special video only for UK estate agents. It's going out on the BestAgent channels. It's also going on the Moving Home with Charlie channel because I know there are a lot of you who follow me, a lot of estate agents who follow me on the Moving Home with Charlie channel. And I want to make sure you don't miss this because I don't want anyone blaming me, saying, oh, I didn't know about that, Charlie, when it's too late. On the 27th of June, we are holding BestAgent Day, an all-day online conference for estate agents only, which, if it goes to plan, will be the turning point that all good, honest-minded, high-integrity, service-focused, decent human being estate agents have wanted for as long as I have had you all as clients. Okay. And unlike other industry attempts to improve things, this event is designed to make sure that that change happens almost overnight, almost immediately. Relatively speaking, it will feel like it came out of nowhere if the day goes to plan. Now, in order to incentivize every single estate agency owner and every single estate agency branch manager in the UK to at least consider attending that event online on the day, because it's completely free and you can attend from anywhere, I am laying out in this video the very powerful financial incentives. So even the most cynical of you will look at these and go, that's a no-brainer. We should at least check in at the start of the event and see what's happening. Now, in this video, I'm going to go into the 5 different incentives for all of you to register straight away. And if you haven't got time to watch this whole video, there is a link below this video in the description for the BestAgent 27th of June BestAgent Day event where you can register. You register free, attendance is free, and the first 3 of the 5 incentives do not require any spend or any contract or any commitment whatsoever. The first 3 incentives are available to all agents to participate in just by registering early for the event, by turning up on the day and watching the event from wherever you are, and by referring it to other agents. And the other important thing to point out right from the beginning is that nothing about BestAgent is intended to give a competitive advantage to one agent over another. It is not a competitive advantage type product. It's definitely an early mover advantage product for agents, no doubt. But other than that, it is intended to level the playing field of the property marketplace and make it easier for committed movers to find the better agents, and more importantly, avoid the traps of the agents that we don't want them to use. By the way, did any of you see last night's amazing light display, the Aurora Borealis, the Northern Lights? First time I've ever seen them. And I mean, I know it's not like you get to see them up at the North Pole, but still quite something, wasn't it, if you saw that? Hi, David. Hi, David Turnbull. Leo, this is not for movers. Anyone's welcome to watch this, but it's going to be very boring for you if you are not an estate agent, okay? But it should be compelling if you are an agent. Now, so if you're an agent watching this, the purpose of the video is to say, make sure you got the 27th of June in your diary. Make sure you register for it today, because every single day, the early registration bonus drops by £10. And currently today, it's at £470. If you're watching this a few days later, you'll notice that the amount on the page starts to decrease. Can I just get that up on the page? Here we are. Yeah, let me just share this page with you so you can see it. As unprepared as ever. So this is what it looks like, the page itself. All right. And today's early registration bonus amount is £470. And that's locked in just by registering. You don't, it doesn't commit you to attend, and you can still decide not to attend. Obviously, you won't get the bonus because you're going to have to actually claim the voucher to get it. But that is there, and you can claim it immediately if you want to. You can get the voucher. You can actually convert it into claimable credits immediately if you want to. Okay, so let me talk you through. So here we are with 46 days to go, and that's the form you're going to have to fill out. And those are the event headlines. So on that page is lots of details about the day. Now, just before I get into the incentives as well, the actual day itself is going to be unlike any other estate agency event in history. First of all, my goal, and you can all have a really good laugh at this, my goal is to get 10,000 attendees on the day, which would make it by far the biggest UK estate agency event in history. I'm not expecting 10,000 great estate agents, because there aren't 10,000 great estate agents, but I'm expecting all the great estate agents, because you're the ones that are going to get the biggest benefits from it. Everyone who aspires to be a great agent, and even if you are a cynical, not a fan of me and BestAgent, I think you're still going to want to come along and see what happens on the day. 10,000 is a lot. However, it costs nothing. You don't have to travel. All you got to do is have your computer open. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Especially if just by attending, you can earn up to £2,000 in lead credits for lead purchases that will come to you, to mover leads, instruction leads through the BestAgent site, all of which will be described on the day about how that's going to work. And a couple of other the headline topics of discussion today. By the way, we've got some amazing speakers. That's all currently under discussion, working out the timelines, the schedules, the actual. But the theme of the day is about ending overvaluing and taking away the power from the current holders of power over the whole industry, specifically because the current holders of power in the UK property industry do not have interests aligned with you, the estate agents. Specifically, they do not have it in their interests to increase transaction volumes. And I'll go into that later, okay? But the thing that's most in the interest of all estate agents and all movers and British society as a whole is that moving home is easier and that there are more moving transactions. More transactions is better for your business. And the three largest organizations that have the most influence over the UK property industry do not have their interests aligned with transaction volumes, because they all get fixed income from you, the agents, whether you transact or not. And that's something that I want to break, because I think it's in the interest of the whole industry. That's what we're going to be discussing on the day. It really will be unlike any other event you've ever attended. And I'll say this now for the first time, I haven't written this down anywhere yet. If the day is a success, if the day goes to plan, and we rally the troops and create the movement in the size and scale I'm hoping we're going to, then I will throw the biggest party UK estate agency has ever seen, a real life party, okay? Sometime between, I don't know, probably in the autumn, maybe a Christmas party, but, and it will be the party to end all estate agency parties, okay? Because it will be a celebration of a new future. Alfredo says, please check the brake cables and wheels on your car every morning. Brilliant. If there are any other agents watching this as well, so David Turnbull, I know you're there. Any other agents, please say hi if you're watching this live. Right, let me get into the 5 incentives. I'll quickly summarize them and then I'll explain how they work, because I just want to make certain that every agent who doesn't attend or who chooses not to attend the event on the 27th of June has heard these incentives and then decided, nope, still don't want to come. Because what will be terrible is if you don't attend on the day and you miss out on this and go, well, I didn't know about this. I didn't know about these incentives. And that's why I want all agents to tell all other agents, because the more independent, especially smaller agents, but agents of any kind who attend this day, the better for everyone. Ashna Anna Saju on YouTube, who's watching this live, says, property industry built on misleading people and lies. I don't disagree with that. And that's exactly the point of this event, is to change that once and for all. And I do have a plan. And it is a very well thought through plan that's been years in the making, that with the participation of enough agents, we can change that. And I really mean it. We can change it. Transparency is the enemy of manipulation and misleading people and lies. And transparency is exactly how we do it. Hi, Lee Everett. Hi there. Welcome. And so Lee Everett, where are you, Lee? Let's just give you a shout out and the country. And David Turnbull, you are in Tavistock in West Devon. Thanks for coming. Okay, without further ado, I will actually now talk about, let me just get the right caption back up on the page. Here we are. There it is. 5 incentives. 1, 2, and 3 are incentives, bankable incentives that do not require any commitment or contract or spend. Number 1, early registration bonus. Today, the day I'm doing this video, that's £470. And if you then do step 2, you can double it before the event. So that's £470 of instruction and applicant or viewing inquiry lead credit that will give you, and which will be have expiry date of at least 2 years. Okay, so have at least 2 years, and if you join the Best Agent Club, then there's no expiry date on that credit. At least 2 years to get your 470 quid's worth if it's today. Don't forget, it drops by 10 quid every day. And if you choose to double that with the step you need to do to activate your back office account to double it and claim it, then you're doubling it. And that's going to be over 900 quid, right, of lead credit valid for at least 2 years. That's just incentive number 1. Incentive number 2 is the attendance credit. Where do those balloons come from? That's not me. I've got no idea where those come from. Is that because I gave a victory sign? I don't know. Incentive number 2 is an attendance credit. And I cannot stress this enough. The maximum attendance credit of £1,024, and there's a reason it's such a precise number, will only be available to people who are there at the beginning at 9 a.m. on the dot, ready to go. If you miss the 9 a.m. hourly check-in, the total value of your potential attendance credit for the day drops in half to £512 if you are an hour late. Now, the way it works is this. Every agent who's there at 9 a.m. And who checks in, the details on how you check in later, but it's basically checking in on social media that you're at the event, automatically gets 2 quid at 9 a.m. And at 10 a.m., it doubles to 4. 11 a.m., it doubles to 8, and so on. 16, 32, 64, 128, £256, £512, £1,024, right? At 6 p.m., everyone who checked in at 9 a.m. and chooses to stay the entire day. And by the way, it is going to be entertaining enough, and it's going to be a live interactive day. So every single person who's attending will be able to interact, ask the speakers live questions in the live Q&A on the live chat like you can today, and various ways, and even perhaps join on live video as well. There are going to be panel discussions. There are going to be talks given from some ultra cool people, some very, very big names in the property industry, new ones as well. And so, but you're going to be able to sit at your desk all day, right? So you can sit at your desk, you can still be doing emails, you can still be doing text. You haven't got to literally just stare at your screen for 10 hours, 9 hours. That's too much, right? But you can dip in and out. That's the point. You can mute it. You can take phone calls. And if you don't want to watch the whole day, you don't need to. But for everyone, because your time is valuable, because I want to thank you for your time, this hourly credit, which doubles every hour. So if you start at 10 o'clock, if you miss 9 a.m., you start at 10 o'clock, there's still 500 quid by the end of the day. It's about how many hourly check-ins that you do between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. But if you do all 10, that's £1,024 of lead credit that will stay in your Best Agent account for 2 years at least, and with no expiry date if you then choose to join the Best Agent Club, which more on which later. That's just incentive number 2. So incentive number 1 and number 2, if you join today, Saturday the 11th of May, or tomorrow, is worth almost £2,000. £2,000 of free lead credit simply for registering early and turning up on the day and watching the event from the comfort of your own chair, desk, home, boat. You could watch this from the beach in another country if that's where you are, if you're on holiday. There's literally no excuse for anyone to say, but I couldn't make it. Unless you're someone that hasn't got internet, you can make it. Just be somewhere with internet on the day. Lots more of you joining. Just to remind you, this is an estate agency only video. I'm putting it on Moving Home with Charlie because there are agents watching there as well. And SMR Riles says, you're not coming across as very professional, sat in your front room with a tatty t-shirt on. Do you really think it would alter the substance of what I'm offering if I was sitting here suited and booted? Look how professional I am. It's now much more credible because I'm professional. I'm also working on a Saturday, so I just don't roll like everyone else. I'm not the suited booted brigade thinking that just automatically means you're professional. Till I just blew a raspberry, didn't I? Like, who are you, SMR Riles? Are you an agent? Are you a riled up agent? Lee Everett, higher North. Where are you? Wait, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Lee Everett Property, North Essex, manager of an independent who hates overvaluing. Yes, Lee. Let me ask you, how many flying tuppenny whatsits do you give that I'm sitting at home wearing a t-shirt on this video? Does it bother you? Does it change how much you want to end overvaluing? And Alfredo says, some EAs are dressed professionally but lack credibility. There we are. Lee Everett Property says, I don't agree with 35%. Many people don't. But he does have a valid reason and research for it to be viable. I think 15% is more likely for where I am, so it could be more or less depending where you are. Thank you very much, Lee, for your considered approach to that. Actually, that reminds me of something else that I'm going to be talking about on the day, on Best Agent Day, on 27th of June. I will go into detail for any agent that wants to explain exactly why I'm sticking so hard and firmly to my guns on 35%. It's not only obviously because I genuinely think that's where we are going to end up when this downturn has finished. And I don't necessarily mean the housing downturn, I mean the economic downturn. Yes, I know GDP bounced yesterday, but I'm afraid I think that's just a blip. And I think we are in a long-term decline in the economy. And it's going to hit jobs and it's going to hit businesses. And I also see that there is credit tightening happening that no one's talking about. It's going to get harder for borrowers to borrow. And interest rates aren't going to come down, sadly. And I'm afraid I still think that's where we end up. I do. But that's not for today. I've only told you about incentives 1 and 2, which are early registration bonus and the attendance credit on the day for your hourly social media check-ins. Number 3, a really simple referral credit. Okay, and this is where agents who join early and register early and activate their back office account, which is free, and that's how you double your early bonus credit. If you do it early, you get a referral link. And for every agent that uses your referral link to activate and join Best Agent, you both get 50 quid each in your bonus credit balance. And by the way, a bonus credit, it's already working. It's already there in back office. I can show it to you. So for every other agent you get to join, you each get a one-off 50 quid credit for that referral and that sign up, okay? And if they go on to join the Best Agent Club, you each get another 50 quid. So a potential 100 quid from every other agent that you get to join with your referral link, okay? And I've got to remind you that there is absolutely no disadvantage from spreading the word to all agents, even your most ferocious competitors. The more agents participating in this, the more agents participating in eliminating overvaluing, bringing transparency to house prices, the more of you will start to take back market share from the big overvaluing agents. The big deliberately overvaluing agents are the only ones who lose out from this. Okay, so it's important that you refer this event and you tell other agents. So if you're watching this now and you find the link, which is below, the link to the event registration day, I urge you to share that. If you've got private WhatsApp groups with other agents, if you've got other agent mates that you know, you should tell them all. And you should say, guys, this is a no-brainer, right? Attend from anywhere, 27th of June, absolute no-brainer. Register now, lock in your bonus credit. So incentive number 3 is a referral scheme. And those referral scheme credits can be claimed and used, again, without any spend, without a single penny being spent, and without any contract being signed. You are free to walk away at any time from BestAgent. At any point in the future you think, hang on a second, don't like it, don't want to, or if you think you found something that means, oh, it's not what I thought, there's absolutely no commitment required. You're free to walk. As I wish the vendors, the vendor victims of the overvaluing agents who've listed them and locked them into long sole agency contracts were free to walk. They're not. And ending long sole agency contracts is going to be another objective of the BestAgent movement. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. Early registration, event attendance, and referral credits. And by the way, the referral credits are unlimited. The more agents who use your link to sign up, the more credit you get, and they get credit each time, okay? And again, that credit is valid for 2 years minimum. And if you join the BestAgent Club, which is 100 quid a month, but that 100 quid a month goes into your lead credit as well, then your credit never expires as long as you're a member of that club, which is also something that you can leave at any time. Now, the BestAgent Club, which is the optional extra level of involvement that you can have, which will actually create this really powerful organization. It's 100 quid a month, cancel anytime. That 100 quid a month goes into your lead credit pot. So in other words, it builds up and you get it back with your credit. So effectively, that 100 quid a month is helping to fund BestAgent to make sure that we've got the firepower to go up against our adversaries in the industry, okay? But that money comes back to you by way of leads. So effectively, you're putting money on account for future lead purchases that you're going to get, okay? So that's what happens by joining the BestAgent Club. But the two extra, and these are the really big ones, these are really juicy ones. This is how you get to the £26,000 I've mentioned in the video title, right? For every agent who chooses to register, join back office, and then sign up to the BestAgent Club before the day, before the event, you will get 2-for-1 credits every month. So your 100 quid each month that you pay actually translates into £300 of lead credit every month, okay, for up to 10, for the duration of your membership, or 10 years, whichever is longer. And over 10 years, that's £24,000 for agents who join the club before the day, because I want to give double the rewards for the agents who are the most supportive soonest, because the earlier you guys start supporting and joining in with BestAgent, the better its chances of really becoming established as the most powerful movement that's ever existed in this industry, okay? So most of you, and that's fine, most of you will wait until the day, and you'll wait to hear what the proposition is on the day. There's already lots of information, but if you just go to bestagent.club, there's like a temporary holding page up there, but we've got a lot of information on it already. Bestagent.club, check it out. I've actually linked to that below in the description as well. So you can see quite a lot of the details about what are the benefits that you get at BestAgent Club, which includes, for example, referral commission share from all the partners that BestAgent has automatically go to you, that kind of stuff. There's a long list of benefits. Okay, so that's number 4. That's incentive number 4, which is the bonus credit multiplier, effectively. So if agents who join before the day, it's 3 to 1. So for your 100 quid, you get 300 quid. And for agents who join on the day, so by 6 p.m. on the day, you've got to have joined the club to lock this benefit in. You still get 2-for-1 credits. So if your 100 quid every month goes in, you're actually getting £200 of lead credit that never expires for the duration of your membership of the club. Okay, so even if it takes a while before significant numbers of leads start to come in to use that credit up, it doesn't matter. That money's sitting in your account waiting to be used, and in the meantime has helped to fund BestAgent's rapid expansion. And now I've saved the best for last, and this is the cherry on the icing on the cake. And it's arguably the most valuable of all of them as well. And this is so important, this is only for agents who join on or before the 27th of June. And it must be by 6 p.m. So by the time we close at 6 p.m. on the 27th of June. Only agents who have joined the club, right, who've joined up and paid their first 100 quid, because you do that on joining, 100 quid plus VAT, on the day or before the day, will get the following. You will get profit share, BestAgent profit share. As if you were shareholders. You won't be shareholders. There's no shareholding deal being offered here, but you will receive profit share dividends paid out in real money, not lead credits, actual currency paid out, profit share, if you join on or before the day. And again, it's 2 to 1. It's double the profit share payout if you join before BestAgent Day, because hey, you are much more valuable to me if you join before the day, because if we start the day with a healthy number of agents already in the club, we're off to a flying start, and it means the day itself is likely to be that much more successful. And so all of you who choose to join before 8:59 a.m. on the 27th of June, right? That's the cutoff point, the minute before the event starts. Anyone who chooses to join, they will get 2 for 1 profit share participation compared to people who join on the day. But if you join on the day, you still get profit share participation, but it will be half the amount, the payout amount, compared to people who joined before the day. This is a one-time launch deal, and there will be no further profit share participants after the day, assuming the day is successful, of course, right? And this is why this video is so important, and it goes out to everyone, and all agents see this and consider, because to decide not to come on this day, you need to decide that you're not interested in the incentives, you're not interested in joining the club, you're not interested in the profit share of what I hope and I expect and I am planning will become the most powerful movement in the industry. Powerful enough to break the stranglehold that the current cartels hold over the industry, and to actually put the power back where it belongs, in the hands of estate agency business owners around the country. All right. And I offer myself as the leader of that movement to you guys. And I hope that my credentials of 25 years having residential estate agents as my clients, okay, and hopefully my commitment and my career gamble, putting everything on the line, it's taken 7 years to build the BestAgent platform tech that's going to be necessary, which is the actual weapon, the tool with which we will be able to break the stranglehold of the cartels, end overvaluing, end long-stall agency contracts, bring transparency to house prices, and rapidly improve transaction volumes, liquidity, the ease of moving, and make it much easier for the public to identify those agents who are genuinely better than others, which currently is impossible. Now, there's a huge amount about how it's going to work, and the answers as to how this is going to work, that's what happens on the day, okay? So the BestAgent Day itself is going to be a mixture of panel discussions all around these topics, by the way. How do we eliminate the stranglehold? How do we end overvaluing? How do we end long sole agency contracts? What is the right sole agency contract length? What's a fair? How do we protect estate agents against unfair treatment from customers? Because that happens a lot, especially with smaller agents. All of the debates on the day are going to be about that. And I'm so excited. And to those of you who might be watching who are already speakers who've agreed on it, and some big names, right? There's one particularly big surprise, I think, that no one's going to be expecting on the day, at least one, which really might surprise people. I've got some very, very interesting discussions happening about what's going to happen on the day. And between now and the day, there are going to be at least weekly updates and announcements about what's happening on the day. But it is an event not to miss if you are an estate agent in the UK, okay? That's the point of this video. Make sure you don't miss this event. Oh, Lee says, I'm in shorts at the moment. I'm also in shorts. Thank you, Lee. It's very nice to have. Just looking at some of the comments here. Okay, so if there are any agents watching who've got any questions about what I've just said, please pipe up with the questions now, or you can message privately. There are going to be lots of ways to do it. If you're an agent watching, I'm not going to be burdening the Moving Home with Charlie audience with. Actually, I've got to change the. That's the wrong thing on the screen. It should be BestAgent. There we are. Should have been that from the beginning. I don't want to burden the Moving Home with Charlie audience, the moving audience, with endless discussions and announcements and live discussions with agents about this. So I won't be doing any more live streams or videos on the Moving Home with Charlie channels about the 27th of June. Okay, they're all going to be only on the BestAgent channels. So please make sure you are watching, you are subscribed to BestAgent's YouTube channel. BestAgent YouTube, you'll find it. Subscribe to that. Or on Instagram, we're actually live streaming on BestAgent's Instagram right now. BestAgent Property on Facebook and on X, BestAgent Boss. That's where I talk about it on X. And I'm still confused about where those balloons, and I don't know where they come from, those bubbles on the screen. But otherwise, guys, a couple of other things about the day, just because I want to make sure I did say this in this first video. On the day, we will be going through, I'll be explaining exactly how the BestAgent movement will get more publicity than Rightmove. Which is really important that everyone understands how we're going to achieve that, because more publicity than Rightmove is how we get the traffic to the BestAgent property site, which has got more property on it than Rightmove. It's the only site that's got more property on it than Rightmove, to make sure that you are actually getting the leads. And the key difference, and this is critical for agents to understand, the key difference between leads that come from BestAgent property to you and that comes to you from everywhere else is that BestAgent's leads are pay per lead if you want them. Okay, so you get to consider a lead. You don't see the contact details on there, of course. You have to buy the lead to get the contact details, but you can look at the lead and it might not be what you want. Different agents are searching for different types of lead, different types of buyer, different types of instruction. That's why it doesn't make sense to be paying a flat rate and getting everything, which just creates work for you. And this is why it's not your interests as agents and the interests of the companies currently selling you leads are not aligned, because they will charge you a flat rate, a subscription rate. So they don't care. They just want to give you more. And this means that they end up sending you lower quality leads. Whereas leads coming from BestAgent are going to be the best qualified. And what I mean by that is you will have everything that you need to make a decision about whether you want to buy that lead or not. And they'll be guaranteed correct contact information. And the way we're going to gamify the lead registration process for the buyers and the movers and the tenants and the sellers on there is it means that they're going to effectively be gamifying their own score as to how high value a lead they are. Because one of the biggest frustrations for movers that agents rarely think about, and that I've noticed right from the start of the 20 years that I've been providing agents with lead management software, where we're importing your leads from all the portals, is that there is currently no way for a much higher quality mover to actually indicate that they are. When they come to you through all the places they come to you at the moment, it's impossible to tell the difference until you've actually had to talk to them. But there are movers who are much more closer to being ready to move than others. And the way that BestAgent works and is going to continue to develop will be to make certain that a mover who really has got their ducks in a row and is absolutely hot to buy or to rent or whatever it might be, will be able to show that up front in their initial inquiry. That means that those movers who deserve quicker attention and more time will get it. And what does that mean? It means that those movers will get a better experience by inquiring through BestAgent, and it means that agents will have a better way of filtering through some of the lower quality leads that perhaps you don't want to spend time on straight away. It all, honestly, not only have I thought this through and really thought it out, the millions quite literally millions of applicant registrations that my software has handled over the last 10, 15 years, no, 20 years, sorry, means that I really understand the dynamics of this. That was my doorbell. There's no one else here. I know it's a live stream. I know. 5 seconds. 5 seconds. I'm just in the middle of the call. I can't come down. It's fine. Thanks. That's it. Sorted. Was that professional enough for you, SMR Riles? Anyway, good thing it stopped me rambling about leads. I've gone off on tangents, haven't I? Let me come back to the point. There are going to be so many agents who don't come to this day, who don't join the club on or before the day, who are going to be green with envy and jealousy and rage and fury that they missed out on the opportunity to become profit share participants in BestAgent. There is quite literally zero risk. All you have to do is register first, join the BestAgent Club on or before the day, and boom. As long as you are a legally operating agent, because if you're not a legally operating agent, if you are operating illegally, you will be you will not be allowed to stay in the club. You'll be removed from the club. But as long as you are, that's it. You're in. You've locked in that profit, that long term, for the lifetime of your membership. And by the way, if you sell your independent estate agency to a corporate, these benefits do not pass to that corporate. Okay, your membership benefits stay with you. If you sell out to a corporate, that's it. That's okay, cool. They can buy your business and continue to operate it, and they'll get the leads they're getting, but they won't get the membership club benefits. Okay, your membership of the club terminates when your ownership of your business terminates, if that makes sense. Because what we don't want is these benefits passing into the hands of the cartels who control the industry, if that makes sense. Okay? But there are going to be so many agents, and they're going to be so bitter and so grumpy and so frustrated, and they're going to complain and stamp their feet. And all I can do is put this message out there and ask you agents to make sure that you share it with other agents. Okay? And you might be tempted to go, well, I don't want to tell other agents. I don't want them getting a profit share. It doesn't work that way. The more agents that join, the more profitable it will be, and the better the profit share payout is, right? That's like expecting Rightmove to work if all agents aren't on it. It wouldn't, would it? It works because all the agents are on it. And you might say, well, hang on a second, doesn't that mean we might risk making BestAgent into another Rightmove? Well, no, because of the different rules, the completely different rules that remove the possibility for corporate agents to gain a stranglehold. And by the way, the prices, I haven't talked about that. The lead prices are transparent and they're the same for all agents. There are no corporate discounts. Stealthful says, the balloons are a Google Meets filter, but I'm not using Google Meets. How do my work meetings? That's so weird. No idea what those are. No idea what those are. Do we have, so Lee and David, if you guys are still there, any questions about the incentive schemes, or are the incentive schemes so clearly laid out that you understand them perfectly and you have no questions? That would be great. The sooner you sign, the bigger the bonus. Can't say it often enough. And if you miss the day, you miss the day. When it's gone, it's gone. The opportunity for that 24,000 lead credit, £24,000 lead credit for agents who join the BestAgent Club before BestAgent Day, the £12,000 lead credit for agents who join the club on BestAgent Day, and the profit share participation for agents who join on or before BestAgent Day. It's one time. It's a one-time deal, guys. And if you're not there on the day, you miss it. You miss it. On or before the day. I cannot. I'm going to try as my very hardest, my level best, to make sure that every agent who doesn't attend on the 27th of June, it's because they chose not to. That's fine. If you heard about it, read about it, heard about these incentives, chose not to attend, well, then you can't complain, can you? You just can't complain. If you're missing out on the profit share afterwards, you just can't complain. I'd love anyone's thoughts or observations in this. Be really cool. Because there are nearly 400 of you watching this, which I find amazing, because if you're not an estate agent, this will be very, very boring. Let me just check. I've gone through all the points I wanted to make. And by the way, you might enjoy the irony of this. For this particular project, I'm using... Oh, my camera's backwards. My camera's backwards. Can I change that? Yeah. Has that worked? I'm using a Rightmove notebook. Now, it's important that I say something about Rightmove now. Rightmove's existence is a good thing. Rightmove is a very convenient tool for millions of home movers, and Rightmove delivers very good levels of leads for a lot of agents who like it. And long should Rightmove stay, and that's why BestAgent's back office CRM system actually has a real-time link with Rightmove, and we upload our clients' properties to it, and an automatic applicant import. So when you get Rightmove inquiries, they automatically come into your BestAgent back office applicant database if you are a back office CRM user. And by the way, that's not open to all agents yet. There's a waiting list for the back office CRM system. You can join back office to get your leads and to get your bonuses, but if you actually want to use it as your CRM system, there's a waiting list for that. No, the problem with Rightmove, insofar as the problems I've talked, overvaluing, long solidity contracts, that kind of stuff, it's their dominance. Their dominance is the problem, not their existence. I have no wish to see Rightmove disappear, but I do think it would benefit everybody if their monopoly was broken, if their wings were clipped a bit, if they were knocked down a peg or two, if they didn't keep on cranking the screw on agents' subscriptions that you have to pay every month. I'm sorry, the delivery van is still sitting outside. I wonder if he's waiting for me. I don't think he is. So I am not an enemy of Rightmove. Rightmove delivers great value to a large number of people, and it's been around for 20 years, and it's going to be around for a lot longer as well. But I do think it would be amazing if we were able to force them to reconsider their pricing strategy, their pricing structure, and to force them to reconsider the way that they just carry on with impunity, really riding roughshod over a lot of small agents. And what was the last thing about Rightmove? Oh yeah, that's right. One of the stated objectives for BestAgent, the BestAgent movement, is to get Rightmove into a position where they are an optional choice for agents. So use them if they want to, but if you don't want to use them, you can not use them, and it's no longer this sort of gun to the head, absolutely compulsory thing that you must do. So that's the point with Rightmove, okay? We will be discussing on the day exactly how we create the definitive house price index. The house price index to end all other house price indexes, because it will be the only one that is current, truthful, transparent, and fully scrutinizable by everybody. So we will just simply remove the question mark. Are the current ones being manipulated? Are they a bit weighted? How big is the sample size? Is it really helping? We just, at the moment, we don't really know. The only thing we have for certain is the land registry's data set, but that, for it to be a full market data set, that takes them on average 6 months after a transaction completes and up to a year to get the whole thing there. So on the day, I'll be explaining exactly how, and by the way, it is totally doable. The technology is built, it's ready, the data exists, and the bar is very low to get to a sample size that will make it the largest house price index by sample size, even bigger than Rightmove's, because Rightmove only does its most recent month of new instructions, so that's going to be easy to beat. How we're going to end overvaluing for good. We'll be going through exactly how Rightmove's house price index directly kills transaction volumes, how Rightmove's unhelpful overpricing asking price index leads to overpricing, which leads to fewer transactions. Look at how many down valuations happen at the moment. Down valuations are a nightmare for everyone, especially for agents. You've done the deal, you got the transaction together, you got the buyer and seller to agree, everything's lined up. The lender goes, it's not worth that. That's one of the problems directly contributed to by the ridiculous asking price index of Rightmove. And the last thing, and then I'll wrap this up unless there are any more questions, is I'll be going through exactly how the BestAgent movement, combined with the technology platform behind it, will ultimately result in all of the country's best agents getting the recognition and business they deserve. That's not happening today. All right. There are agents I know who are not getting the business they deserve for the wrong reasons. And there are agents who do not deserve the business who are getting it, locking it in at the expense of their clients' future moving chances. David's got a question. As a one-man band, I'm intrigued to the initial cost. Do I need to get some completions through Pronto? No. You can elaborate on that question, David. There's no initial cost. There's £100 a month membership fee to be part of the BestAgent Club, but that's something you can leave at any time. But that club, you'll start to see the lead credit going up very, very rapidly. So this is lead credit. It's just genuinely a launch thank you, a one-time only launch thank you to agents who help launch the BestAgent movement by bringing their participation. Because just by participating with your exchange prices and joining the club and helping to fund BestAgent by providing that club membership, that's it. That's where, I mean, it sounds to me a little bit like you're saying, this sounds too good to be true. That's a huge amount of money. I'm intrigued at it. Have I answered your question? Please let me know. Because it's got nothing to do with getting your completions through. It's got nothing to do with that at all. SMR Riles, our pet troll in this video, says, this is a man who is trying to sell an internet-based business. 10 out of 10 for observation. It's correct. It's an internet-based business, pretty much like most website businesses are. They're all internet-based. And pretty much like every estate agency business in the country is. Yes, that's correct. And on that happy note, guys, I've been rambling much longer than I thought. This is a much longer video than I expected. Please, if you're an agent, register for the day, number one. Do that immediately. Lock in your early bonus. Please make sure you're following us on all social channels, the BestAgent Boss on X, on Instagram, on YouTube Property, on LinkedIn. BestAgent on LinkedIn as well. And number three, please make sure you spread the word to other agents. Please, please, please. At least one other agent. Can you make sure you let at least one other agent know about the 27th of June and tell them the same thing, which is register for the day, follow BestAgent socials, and spread the word. All right, guys, that's how we do it. That's how it'll be done. Thank you very much for watching. The 444 of you who are still watching. Great to have you here. Really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your weekend and stand by for lots more about this big day soon. And can you imagine if we do get 10,000 people actually attend the day? Imagine, it would be the greatest day in agency history, and it would be the beginning of the end for the current power structure. You'll feel the foundations of the industry shake on that day if we can get enough people to turn up. Thanks, guys. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.